aboard. Nice to have you here. Well. We've got some exciting stuff happening in the chat there, and I just noticed it. Oh, well, look, let's start from the beginning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you from all around the world. Okay, we'll start off with the winner of the P&O Fair Star Points, Nick. Okay, Nick, congratulations, mate. 785 trillion Fair Star points, if we can catch the ship. But that's okay, congratulations, well done. Bidet to you. Bidet back. You got something like 209 days till you fly in from Minneapolis to Montreal, then Canada, then 219 days later, you'll be boarding Australia bound in Vancouver. So 219 days before you actually hit down under. Good on you. Joe, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. You're saying g'day to everybody. Now wait, mate, I saw this. This gave me a bit of a shock to the system. You're cramping up and you're full of adrenaline. You saw a 5-foot long Eastern brownie. Goodness, where was this? In your backyard? Would have bitten your dog had you given it the chance to go near her. Wait a minute, did it bite you? More info, mate, more info. This is heart-racing stuff. G'day, Najuma. I'm being my usual, I'm behaving. G'day, Cookie, welcome aboard, buddy, nice to have you here. Alright, let me see. Joe's saying, Najuma, hope you're well. He's a bit shaken up a little after a run-in sorts with a 5-foot long Eastern brown snake. Okay, did you actually catch it or did you miss it? And if you did miss it, good. If it bit you, I'm worried. Joe saying g'day. Cookie saying g'day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, you know. Facebook user. G'day, Facebook user. How are you? Hello all. Now I'm just going ahead and having a look at my Facebook so that I can see which user it is. And if it is who I think it is, then I'm good. If it's not who I think it is, then I'm not good. So, well, let's just see who could it be now. Let me have a squizzy. No, don't tell me. I'll tell you. Let us go to this one and see if it's there. And it is. No, that's what was from yesterday. Wait a minute. I need these things. I'm struggling here. There we go. That's better. No, it's not that one. Let us go to that one. Is it in here? Are we here? No, it's not in here. Then it's got to be in the other one. In the... okay, well, I'll have a look later. Well, g'day, Facebook user, anyway. Joe is saying g'day. Oh, Jen.Cohen. I didn't even see you sneak in there, Jen. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Joe's saying g'day to Jen. Was able to throw a 6-foot piece of wood at the snake to turn him away from my dog. Oh, so he was rearing up to use your dog as dinner. OMG. In your backyard. You didn't make enough noise. And you stayed bloody clear. Good on you, mate. Jen, okay, for those that don't know, brown snakes are rather venomous. Hey, Joe, have you got a snake bite bandage? If you haven't, get one. If you have, awesome. G'day, Rob. 10 more naps till Cruise Day. You're going on that booze cruise with some other people, I know. Nick says he takes the Eastern brown snake. He takes it that the Eastern brown snake is poisonous. Yeah, it is one of the most poisonous snakes we've got here. Cookie saying g'day. Joe is saying, Nick, it not as venomous as the number one most venomous snake, the inland taipan. Yeah, that's a pretty vicious snake too. And g'day to Cookie. Well, we've got a nice group of people in today, and question is, who's cruising with you? First of all, who's cruising? Second of all, who's cruising with you? And I would ask that question of all those going in 10 naps. So Joe's saying he will be getting a full snakebite kit from Survival First Aid Supplies. Mate, that is an awesome idea. Okay, it had to be you, Rob. It had to be you. Who else would say a comment like that? It had to be you. Okay, so yes, a full snakebite kit would be some snakebite bandages, some ice packs, and that's about it. Right, pretty much. And if anybody gets bitten by a snake, you keep them as still as possible, and you get the paramedics to come and help you pick them up, put them onto a stretcher, and get them off to hospital. QS after you've put that bandage on, of course. Quick smart, the word is, not QS. Quick smart. Joe, cruising on the high seas and travel. Sean is on to you. Yeah, I'm on to him. Could only be Rob, that sneaky mongrel. He's going to be, I'll tell you what he's going to be doing, that sneaky guy. He's going to be on a cruise ship, on the booze cruise, I believe, and he's going to pretend to get drunk. But not only that, he's going to party his heart away, and he's going to be there with a whole bucket load of people there. So that's going to be awesome. Okay, Nick is saying the rattlesnake is the most venomous in North America. There are several different types that are considered really venomous, but the rattlesnake overall is the most here. Joe is saying he's lucky he has private ambulance cover. Yep, mate. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Look who's just stepped in. Oh yeah, Her Majesty the Queen Ilana O. Duck, Downunder Cruiser. So I'm in trouble. I've got to behave. Stream Elements are saying welcome to Hump Day with the Downunder Cruisers. Please support our channel so that we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. And those who don't know, Helping Hands for Cruising has got a 501c3 for the U.S. So, yeah, charity away. Please, let's get some more people on board cruise ships. Now, Joe says, look who has entered. Yep, the lovely... I wouldn't call her the lovely. I'd call her Her Majesty Queen Ilana. And definitely my better half. I can quite honestly say that. Cookie is saying g'day to Ilana. We've got Jen.Cohen saying, I'm not cruising again until the spring, and I'll be cruising with my sister. Hey, Jen, that's awesome. I'll tell you what you could do. You could cruise with the Downunder Cruisers, because when we've got our group cruise, which is January the 2nd, it won't be spring, it'll be summer. So it'll be nice and warm, and you can bring your sister along with you. Come down and check us out. And don't worry about Joe and his brownie, because generally snakes are more afraid of us than we are of them. And they only come out fighting if they're really hungry. And they'll eat other animals like, other types of animals like wallabies and kangaroos and koalas and those sort of things. Ilana's saying good day to Joe and Cookie. Nick is saying, I'll be cruising with my folks on the Canadian train in Canada from Toronto, America to Vancouver, but then solo the rest of the way next year for the GAN and the Indian Pacific. Now, I'll tell you what, Nick, you'll be cruising with a bucket load of new friends. That's who you're going to be cruising with when you come down under and go on to the GAN and the Indian Pacific. So those that don't know, the GAN and the Indian Pacific are both trains. The GAN goes from Adelaide, from south to north and back again, and the Indian Pacific goes from east to west and back again, goes from Sydney to Perth, the longest distance. And Ilana's telling lies again. No, she's telling the truth. Nick, we're looking forward to seeing you here, so mate, come on down when you're ready. Come on down and we'll be really excited to see you. We've even well, truth be known, we've even cleaned the coffee machine just for you. Okay, so well, let me give you a bit of a heads up on the cruise that we're looking to go on. I mean, this is going to be an amazing cruise. So let me give you a bit of a heads up. We'll get that into the right position. Get you into the scene. Get you across, and here we go, folks. Hopefully you get to enjoy the moment. You're about as excited to go on that particular cruise as we are. I mean, it's going to be an amazing cruise. Really, really, really. We're going to have lots of fun. So Ilana is saying that we're looking forward to seeing him. Najuma is saying g'day to Ilana. And Ilana is saying, hello, lovely Najuma. Can you believe it? It has been a year since our cruise. And that's true, folks, because Ilana was busy going through, she got a notification from Facebook. And in her notification, guess what she had? The video that came up was us doing, do you remember it, Najima? What were we doing? Afternoon tea, the Tim Tam Slam. Man, that was amazing. And we also did a birthday celebration for Lois. It was her 90th birthday. It was awesome. We had a great time. Lots of good people that were there. And Kenny wouldn't stop laughing, I can tell you now. He was wetting himself. It was great. Rob, but Sean is still working on getting the honor meeting me and not the other way around. Some other people he will get the privilege to do in a few. Seriously? Seriously? Ah, goodness me. Some people have delusions of grandeur. Wow, that looks like a fabulous cruise. Yeah, I know. It's going to be an awesome cruise. On the Celebrity Edge, those are going to be joining us. That'll be on the ship that's behind me, Celebrity Edge. The good news, folks, it goes out of Sydney on the 2nd of January, so you're going to be here to watch. What are you going to watch? You're going to watch the fireworks. And with those fireworks, we're going to have an absolute ball watching the fireworks. So then the 1st of January, we have to have recovery time. Then on the 2nd of January, out of Sydney Harbour, in a place called the Overseas Passenger Terminal, and it is in just near the rocks. It's on the tip of my tongue, guys. I say this place every day. I see it almost in my mind's eye every day. Circular Quay, there we go. We're going to be in Circular Quay. On the right hand side is the Overseas Passenger Terminal, and also Sydney Harbour Bridge, which we call the coat hanger. And on the left hand side, the port side, we will have Sydney Opera House. So you guys get to have a look at all the big iconic things that Sydney has to offer. Circular Quay in front with all the ferries and all that sort of stuff. The Sydney CBD right there. On the right hand side, the rocks. And Ilana has been to the rocks. I can tell you, she will she'll sort of make comment about that. And then on the left-hand side, Sydney Harbour Bridge. So there we go. Joe, that's a very good question. Where is everyone? We've got like 9 people out there at the moment, plus those that are going to come in later on, and also those that are going to watch us on the replay. 9 people out there. Where are you all? Now, I know that Joe is in Dubbo. Oh, what an exciting place, Dubbo. They've got a zoo. They've got a couple of breweries. It's a huge place. It's sort of like one of the original settlements. So Dubbo's a good place to go and visit. Okay. Najuma had a great time. Was so excited to meet everyone. Yeah, it was awesome. Particularly, hey Najuma, particularly the hugs were awesome, weren't they? I loved the hugs. They were great. Ilana says, I can vouch for that. Have now definitely been to the rocks. Yep, you have. Even before you saw, you admitted that you saw the rocks. You've been there. There you go. G'day, Bentleigh. Welcome aboard. It's 2:16 a.m. there, but asleep. You're sleeping? You are sleeping at 2:16? But you're talking to us on the... Well, it's actually 2017, 8:17 here. Yep, yes, Ilana, Jeff, Joe does live in Dubbo, yeah, what a place. Joe is saying, damn it, had the wrong chat. Sorry, guys, damn it. Why were you in the wrong chat, mate? You're in whatever chat we bring up. So whether you're in the Ducks or you're in HH4C, I'm going to bring it up for everybody to have a look at anyway. So there you go. That's awesome. Oh, I know why, because you couldn't see everybody else. You were in HH4C, I bet. Cookie saying g'day to you, Bentleigh. Welcome aboard. Oh, come on, you two. Get a room. Honestly, loves and kisses and hugs and all that sort of stuff. Get a room, you two. Honestly. All right, so... let me see. Ilana saying g'day to Bentleigh. Are you sleep typing? That's a good question. Are you sleep typing? Joe is saying he's Dubbo born and bred. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so we've got our Celebrity Edge. We know that we're going to have a few people on there. I know that we've got Dewey coming over from the U.S. I know that we've also got who we got? We've got Dale. Remember Dale Michelle, guys? Dale was with us on the inaugural, so he'll be joining us. There's a couple of other Aussies we're hoping will join us on board that, and I know Jose Davis is looking at it as well. And we've got a number of people looking at joining us on board that the Celebrity Edge when we get it there. So that's going to be interesting. Bentleigh saying g'day to Ilana. Okay, Rob, why get a room, not a cruise? Because I know that the two of them wouldn't... Well, I know Cookie would go on a cruise, but I don't know about Bentleigh. And truth of the matter is, Bentleigh doesn't want to spend time with me on board a cruise ship. I know. She just wants to... Yeah. She just wants to say g'day and then go into her... camper van, and that's it, her camper. So there you go. Joe, I was over on the HH4C chat when I should have been here. Mate, like I say, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're there or here, both are just as good. Cookie's saying he's a hugger. Just wait till you meet. Mate, I'll take your hugs any day, right? And I will pay it back just as much. We're big time huggers. That's it. Let's get it done. Ilana says she passed through Dubbo once on the way to Brisbane by bus. We'll never be doing that again. Going so far by bus, I mean, not going to Dubbo. That was many years ago. You know what, Ilana, we could very well do a trip up and take it slow. Yes, why not drive to Dubbo, drive to Brizzy and just do it through Dubbo? And say g'day to Joe and spend some time. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness me! Look at the two of them. They're having a love affair. There's Cookie and Bernay. Unbelievable. Joe is saying to Ilana that would have been in the days of the interstate coach terminal in Dubbo. Yes, that would have been. That'd been many years ago. Joe is saying good day to Bernay. Ilana, oh dear Cookie, so is Sean. You would never escape his clutches. That's it. Oh, Rob, he's a kisser. Seriously? Mate, I'll give you one on the kisser if you're not careful. No, I won't. Oh, look at you two. Get a room. Fair warning, Sean. Ilana gets hugs too. Hey, I'm open to that. If she is too. Nick is saying he's thinking probably his hardest night in Australia will be when he takes his connecting flight between Darwin and Sydney. Moving from the two trains overnight with the flight leaves 1 a.m. and gets into Sydney at 6. Mate, you know what? You're not going to stress. You'll be so wide awake you won't know what hit you. Joe loves a hug too. Well, mate, come on down. We'll give you one. Ilana's going, thanks, Cookie. I was feeling a bit left out. Oh, stop it, you two. Really? Okay. Cookie's giving Joe a bit of a hug too. There we go. Now, Joe, 1060 kilometres from Tokemwal to the Queensland border. Bloody hell, 1,000 k's. It's a bit further. Well, it depends on which way you go. But if you went to Sydney via the coastal road, you're looking at 1,000 k's there too. So it is a 2-day trip. So it's actually you're in Tokemwal, are you? Are you actually in Dubbo itself? Okay, Joe. That got torn down, and there's an Autobahn opposite lock store on the site now. Oh, really? So you can get your car fixed? Oh, well, seriously? Oh well. You know what we'd do? We'd drive it up and have fun on the way. Okay. Stream Elements are saying we'd like to thank all of you who have donated to Helping Hands for Cruising. Please continue to give so that we can have more recipients joining us on our next cruise. So you'll see the two QR codes there. The round one, if you click on that one, will come up in USD. The square one, if you click on that, will come up in AUD, Australian dollars. Either or, we would be greatly appreciated. Cookie, I can get on board with that to Rob. And Joe is saying if you run the Newell Highway, yes. What's the rest? So if you go on the Newell Highway would be the straightest route there now, wouldn't it? Oh boy, those of you across the pond are learning more about Australian territory now than you were yesterday. Anyway, Joe's in Dubbo, the strategic halfway point between Melbourne and Brisbane. Yep. Okay, so you're right in the middle. What a way to go, man! What great! It is such a beautiful area around there. And Nick's going to kind of get a taste of what the outback is like. Yeah. When I was in Dubbo, it was a small little town. I was driving up. It was between Melbourne and Brizzy. I was going to the Gold Coast actually, and we did the interior up to the Gold Coast. It was interesting. It was good fun. Gold Coast is kind of like loosely. If I say it loosely, it's loosely like Vegas, not quite. Nick is saying he's just switched to the iPhone this past week. He finds it hilarious that it was able to change the accent of the voice assistant Siri. He made her accent Aussie. Mate, smart boy. You got to get used to that Aussie accent. So there you go. Did you get Karen or Jane? Ilana saying it was an awful bus trip, but couldn't afford to fly at the time. Went via Tokemwal. Joe is saying the Newell Highway is the most direct route to Brizzy from Melbourne. Yup. It's almost like right up the centre. Cookie, strategic. That is like tactical in Australian, right? Correct. And Joe to Ilana, they ran the Newell then. Okay, so they ran right up the Newell. Yep. Okay. So, we're going to be on Celebrity Edge 2nd of January. I know that there's a new recipient right now that's going to be going on the Carnival Breeze, and that recipient's name is Roxanne. Roxanne is going with her friend, I believe, or cousin, and they're going on Amy's group cruise. Amy's cruise is going on the 21st of October 2024, which will be almost 2 years to the day of almost closing off or finishing off the inaugural group cruise. And they're going on the Carnival Breeze out of Galveston, I believe. And that will take in Progresso and also Cozumel. So that's going to be an awesome cruise. That's in 368 days, folks. 368. Then in 605 days, Ocean to Ocean will be doing their group cruise going out of Seattle up to Alaska on the Norwegian Encore. Oh, and some big things happening with the Rock and Roll Cruise. We're not exactly sure what ship we're on now, but we'll let you know closer to the time. Joe is saying series voice is a lady by the name of Karen Jacobson. There you go. Told you. Karen. Yep. She's a bloody Karen. No, I'm joking. And in actual fact, she has a really good voice that is used not only on the series but has been used for radio as well. In fact, all the stores that excuse me, things like the supermarkets and so forth that put out announcements, they will use her voice as well. So there we go. Stream Elements are suggesting that you can support the channel by purchasing our merch. The Downunder Cruisers, currently we've got a Downunder Cruisers store here in Oz. We've got a store in the U.S. So I will put the Oz details in the description below shortly. There's one scary part of running the Newell Highway, says Joe. It's when you get into the Pilliga Scrub. There's a story about a lady called the Pilliga Princess. Okay, you've got to tell us about that one. And Joe says, and she is Australian. Okay, we need to know more about her. And why is it scary? Tell us more. Okay, so also for those that are interested, we have got some new ships going to be docking. Let me just have a quick look over here, and I'll tell you what ships are actually going to be hitting which ports. Okay, so Sydney, and the Sydney schedule. Okay, so Nick is saying the Australian accent can be pretty funny when you come across somebody that is a thick one, but then again, I'm sure when you were in America last year, some of our accents are pretty funny too. Nick, let me tell you the truth. Aussie accents are pretty good. You've got to hear a Kiwi accent. Now that's funny. That can be funny. Just ask a New Zealander, a Kiwi. We got some exciting ships. Okay, Bernay wants a story. So tell us a story. I can't give you one. Port of Melbourne cruise. Let's see who's in Melbourne, and we'll figure out who's in Brizzy as well. Okay, so Nick is saying that the differences is what keeps the world interesting, and mate, I can agree with that. Thumbs up from Bernay there as well. All right, so here we go. Now, here's the exciting thing. First of all, into Sydney, came in today. His first ship was the Carnival Splendor. Tomorrow we can expect to see the Celebrity Solstice, and then on Friday we will see the Pacific Adventurer come in. And then on Saturday, the Grand Princess is back. And then Sunday, we'll have the Brilliance of the Seas, followed by the Royal Princess on Monday. So that's what's... Oh, and then the Coral Princess is also coming in on the 25th, on Wednesday. So cruising is back. Sydney's got all their cruise ships up. So, yeah, our season is starting, folks. Starting off with the Carnival Splendor. In Melbourne on Monday, we can expect to see the Grand Princess, and then back again on Saturday the 26th, and then we get the Disney Wonder coming in on the 3rd of November. So that's going to be an exciting one. We will not see. Okay, so we're going to get the Nordam coming in on the 14th of November, and then we will not see the Resilient Lady until the 9th of December. And Resilient Lady will be using Melbourne as its port, as its home port, and it will be stopping in Saturday the 9th of December. So we will certainly be making our way down there to go and get some photos and maybe even do a live stream from there. It'll be exciting stuff. Silver Whispers in on Sunday the 10th, the Seabourn Odysseys on Monday the 11th, and the Majestic comes into Melbourne on the 12th of December. So we've got real exciting stuff. Okay, Ilana says she's just Googled the Pilliga Princess. Joe, she wouldn't want to travel that part of the highway at night. Well, good day, Jimmy. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Stream Elements is saying check out the Helping Hands for Cruising website. It's helpinghandsforcruising.org. Okay, and it's using the number 4. Okay, now let me just check out Brisbane ports because... Okay, let's have a look. What ships are coming into Brisbane? And that's going to be exciting too, because Brizzy's got some exciting stuff. Let me see. Schedule, please. Cruise ship schedule, please. Okay, so the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal, and it's a brand new terminal. It's only had really one season. It's about 3 years old, but because of the pandemic, it didn't actually operate. So here we go. Okay, Pacific Encounters came in on the 3rd. Okay, let's have a look at the 15th. We had the Carnival Luminosa hit Brisbane on Sunday, last Sunday, the 15th. Pacific Encounters coming in on Friday the 20th. The Celebrity Solstice on the 21st. The Luminosa's back on the 22nd on Sunday. Pacific Encounter on the 23rd. Royal Princess will hit Brisbane on the 25th. And the Coral will be the 27th. Quantum of the Seas on the 28th. And then we do the cycle again. So there we go. We've got some other exciting ships coming in. Oh my goodness me. Try and say that 3 times fast. Okay, Bernays, Jimmy, is that you trying to stay awake? Jimmy, is that you? Are you trying to stay awake, Jimmy? This is early for Jimmy. Jimmy would be waking up now, because I know that when he does his live, he usually comes on now at 9 p.m. my time. It was 8 p.m, but because of this friggin' daylight saving, which I hate with a passion, so we've got daylight saving up, and the hour went out, so Jimmy and I can't do together anymore, because when you guys lose daylight saving, so Jimmy drops back another hour, so this will be at instead of being 4 a.m. his time, rather than... Yeah, no, it'll be 4 a.m. because right now it's at 5 a.m. his time, which is 8 p.m. our time, and that makes life really confusing, so I'm not going to carry it on. Jimmy is saying, g'day to Bernays. Hey, Jimmy. Rob was bragging that there are something like 10 sleeps to your next cruise. Is that true? And then the question I'm going to ask you is, who are you cruising with? Nick is saying, yeah, it's 4:35 a.m. Okay, why are you up so early, Nick? Are you getting ready for work? No, it's 5:37. Get it right. I've got it right. You've got it wrong, Rob. Simple as. Simple as. I'm looking at my clock over here, and it says 20:36. There you go. So that's the time. Got to get rough. Got to get rough. Can't help it. Got to get tough. Okay, so okay, so you guys are going on the Burst cruise, and Rob seems to reckon that it's in 10 days' time, so, or 10 sleeps time. So yeah, 11. Okay, here we go. 11 days to go, and he's traveling with his lovely bride. That would be Colleen, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. It's 5:37 for Rob because he's in Eastern time. You're in Central time. Okay. Yeah, but Rob thinks that his time is world time, right? We know the truth. We know the truth. I'm going to shut up. Okay. Jimmy, question. What excursions have you planned, or those that are going on the cruise in 11 days? What are your plans? Because one of the things that Ilana and I do is first night we always try and go to a paid restaurant. I try and get us to go to the steakhouse on the first night, and if we can go to the steakhouse, that's awesome. Because then that just sets me up for the rest of the cruise, and then we do whatever. Now, the last cruise we went on, no, not the last one, the one before the last one, which was the HH4C inaugural, we did our normal tradition, which was the steakhouse restaurant, and I can tell you, or Fahrenheit 777, and I can tell you it is amazing. You need to do the steakhouse restaurant. We also did another excursion, and that was the chef's table. That was awesome. Rob, get it right, mate. How the hell can you have 10 naps and 10 days, right? 10 naps equals 11 days. Get it right. OMG. Seriously? OMG. Oscar Mike Golf. Nick, just out of curiosity, he looked to see if he could book any of his own tried experiences in Australia yet. Oh, on the train. And what did you see? Off-train experiences. Yep. Jimmy is saying no excursions planned as of yet. Mate, start planning. You don't want to plan them when you're on the cruise. It's going to cost you a bucket load of money. Plan them. Get it done before. Nick is saying off-train experiences in Australia yet, and can't. Wait a bit longer. Yep. Ilana is saying that the chef's table was really fabulous. Very impressive. It was. It was amazing. Because not only did we have a fantastic meal, but we also had a magician. Forgot about him. Did some card tricks. That was awesome. No, it does. Okay. There must be a Canadian thing. Only Canadians can figure that one out. 10 naps does not equal 10 days. But anyway, that's Nick. Go ahead. G'day, Jimmy from Ilana. Okay, so Nick says sometimes the chefs are magicians with how good they can cook the food. Yes, certain chefs. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And Rob is saying to Jimmy, book the chef's table. You may, and again, Jimmy, hurry up and book. If you're going to book the chef's table, hurry up and book. You may not get on at the same day as Rob, but I can tell you it was worth every dollar. The food was absolutely amazing, and oh God, I wish we could do that again at the next cruise. Ilana's saying the magician was so good he made Kenny eat avocado without realizing it. Yes, that was awesome. Because the first thing Kenny said was, "I don't eat avocado," and the chef went, "Well, you just ate it now." There you go. That's exactly my thoughts, Bernay. That's exactly my thoughts. That's exactly what Kenny did. Oh, really? Didn't taste like avocado? It did, mate. It did. But it was fun. We had an absolute ball. And the good thing about going on a cruise with a group is you get to cement those friendships, you know. So those of us that have met because of this forum and we've met in person, I can tell you, it made the cruise even better. Nick is saying Kenny ate escargot. That says a lot right there. He would never touch that. The most he'll do is Vegemite. Mate, I eat escargot. I do not eat Vegemite. So that should say something to you. Stream Elements is saying welcome to Hunt Day. Bernay is saying she gave Kenny his first tongue tacos. Tongue tacos? That's interesting. Okay, Rob is saying it's booked now and reserve the day on board. At least on the Glory. Okay. Ilana's going, what? You'll eat Vegemite but not escargot? Well, you know what, Nick? I reckon I know what it is. It's the thought of what escargot is. And here's what I'm going to say to you. Don't think about what you're eating. Just eat it. And I can tell you now, you would love it. It will be absolutely scrumptious. Scrumdiddly-umptious. Snails, yuck. Well, I can tell you they're actually extremely tasty. And if you don't think about it as being snails, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Snails are much nicer than Vegemite, I can tell you. Promise. Ilana is saying, yum, love tongue. Yeah, we do. Her mother cooked beautiful ox tongue. Yep, so did my grandmother. And tongue is, if you get ox tongue, it is beautiful. Again, what does snails taste like? Okay, so it's the sauce is garlicky. They almost taste mushroomy with a garlic flavor, and it's yum. You don't get the shells. They're out of the shells, but when they cook, it's scrumptious. You've got to have it. You just got to try it. If you don't think about it as being snails, you'd love it. It's yum. And you know what? The good thing about going on a cruise is you get to try all these various types of foods. Rob is saying that he's going to go to the chef's table and going to enjoy it every second, and he even cooks professionally too. Yeah, that's not what we heard. We had a number of your people come on board the show. No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding. A couple of people saying g'day back and forth, which is awesome. I often wonder, from a professional point of view, how a chef feels when they go and taste somebody else's cooking. Nick is saying g'day to Jimmy. I mean, that would be. I mean, you go on board a ship and you go to the chef's table, um, and then you check out somebody else is cooking. How would it feel? What's it like when you? Because I know you'd probably be critiquing them. Nick is saying that's a great thing about the Australian trains, as you guys know, Sean and Ilana, and that is. Okay, got to figure out what you are meaning, but probably you're linking that in with um, looking at the outback and enjoying your time. Ilana saying, hi, to explain the taste of snails, it's more texture than taste. They are so smothered in garlic butter that it really is hard to define their taste. Bernay saying g'day to Jimmy and Colleen. Nick is saying, Ilana, that the dining is very exquisite and great taste of Australia, so much better than the food that is offered on Amtrak here in America. Yeah, and the GAN and the Indian Pacific are specifically geared to the tourist trade. They're not designed for passenger ferrying because it's much quicker catching a plane, much quicker, you know. So there you go. Ilana is saying the meals on your train look absolutely incredible and very Australian with flavours. Yeah, we've been watching a few of the GAN and the Indian Pacific shows on YouTube, so having a look-see, because you're whetting our appetite too. I know it's one thing we'll do one day. One day. It's not an immediate bucket list, but we'll do it one day. But then also, from our point of view, bucket list trips, Alaska. So the Ocean to Ocean group cruise is a bucket list of ours, and we know that we will not be able to get on it because it's right in the middle of two cruises. So we've got our cruise in January, and then the rock and roll cruise, I believe, will be sort of November-ish. So we've got to figure out what's going on there. So we'll just not be able to make the Ocean to Ocean cruise. However, if we are fortunate to win tomorrow night's Powerball, I believe there's 60 million up for grabs. If we are fortunate enough to win it, you never know, we may just go to the Ocean to Ocean group cruise. But then, you know, such is life. Please God, we can get that solved. Anyway. So, who else is cruising? Who else is going to be having a ball? And who are you going to be cruising with? We can't wait to get on that baby that's behind me. I don't know about you folks, but when you get on a cruise, on board a cruise ship, I tend to find that you get on board and you can get lost. And the good news is that cruise goes for 15 days. So I can get lost for 15 days and not worry about work and not worry about anything else that's going on. I can just worry about enjoying the cruise time with Ilana and the cruise. And that to me is awesome. And if we're fortunate enough to have a recipient on board, I mean, there's the opportunity there as well. So we've got some exciting things happening. We're going to be doing another cruiseathon at some point because we need to raise some more funds. We need to get a recipient. As I said before, we've got Roxanne going on Amy's cruise as a recipient. We need to find some more recipients to go on the Ocean to Ocean group cruise and also the Rock and Roll group cruise. I believe the Rock and Roll we're trying to make place for 5. So there we go. Cookie is saying that imagine snails and escargot are not exactly the same, but hey, who was the first Mike Foxtrot that opened an oyster and thought, hey, this looks good? Yeah, I agree with you there, mate. I agree with you. Who was the first one that ever thought, hey, that thing that's walking over there could very well be one of our meals? So I understand. You are right, and we need to just enjoy every minute that we can. Just have fun, enjoy the time, enjoy the people, enjoy the camaraderie, enjoy the food. When you get on board there, unless you're a cruiser that's been cruising forever, and you know you've tasted all the food that you can possibly taste, and now you can get on and just eat the things you like, you're more likely to put on a bit of weight. You know, go on as a visitor and leave as cargo. But then again, once you have completed, I know that Dewey has been on 588 trillion cruises. Yes, I'm exaggerating, but he seems to say that every time he goes on a cruise, the person he is today is not the same person he was about 2 years ago, because he's lost a bucket load of weight cruising. So there you go. Even with all the fun in the sun and the food and the alcohol and all that sort of stuff, you know what? It is what it is. You just have an absolute ball. Get to meet people, have fun. All right, folks. Well, we're coming into almost the hour. What I'm going to do is just give you a heads up on how things are progressing. So this weekend, Friday night, 10 p.m. for those on the eastern seaboard in the U.S., which will equate to 1 p.m. Melbourne time. We were running our Downunder Cruisers brunch show, and I will be joined by Her Majesty Queen Ilana, the love of my life and the most important person, next to my son. Well, with my son. The two of them are on exactly the same plane, because I love them both just as much. Isn't that nice? Aren't I being nice? Then next week, Tuesday, will be the Helping Hands for Cruising live stream. We'll be talking about what's going on with Helping Hands, and maybe we'll have an update as to what other cruises are going on and what's happening with all the other cruises. And then, of course, next week, Wednesday, back on with Hump Day with the Ducks. With that in mind, folks, I'm wishing you all a fantastic day. And as Jimmy likes to say, PMA, so a couple of things in the world that are going on that are pretty negative. I'm going to say to you folks, let's stay focused on all the good stuff. And please, God, we all have a safe, happy, healthy day. Ilana may not be on board. Oh, my goodness. She has a catering commitment. Oh, dear. Bernay is saying, Sean, Ilana, blessings, take care. Everyone, see you later. Likewise, folks, have an awesome day. Stay safe, enjoy, and be healthy. And as Jimmy says, PMA, positive mental attitude, folks, it saves lives. I'm saying to you, folks, be positive and have a great day. He'll be up at 6, so good. Let's go across and say g'day to Jimmy. Have an awesome day, folks, and we will catch you all later.